What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are going to be going over the patch notes preview. We are going to be talking about the new elemental city hero Valentina, taking the name from Valentine because he sucks. Hopefully making Valentina good. Melchio will be spoken about in this video as well. We'll talk about Valentina last, we'll talk about the patch notes first, and we'll talk about Melchio second. Make sense? I think so. Not a lot normally does make sense in my videos, but I'm trying. So let's get into this video. But first, don't forget, using Aptoid and using Carzak, you can help support me and save yourself a lot of money. Up to 35% on set days. So don't forget, Carzak will save you 5% on top of your savings. If you have any questions about Aptoid, link in the description below. You will see there how to use it. Okay, let's get into the video. And there's a lot of juicy events coming up as well, I will say. So first, the specified hero type rate up is Paulin, Guhana, Eodine, Marville, Nasil. We've spoken about this already, but Paulin is obviously the limited time hero. He is a huge hero, not quite as big as he was though. He's still going to be huge in PvP, but PvE he's not quite as much needed. As you can see here, Lydia and Marville was in this banner. There she is in her glory, extending buffs and all that malarkey. But Guhana is in here, Eodine, Marville, who is obviously awesome. You will want her at E3, so if you have eyes and you pull Marville, really, she is worth investing into. Nasil as well is a very good hero at E1. He will help your team massively. The epics are Farnell, Mafka, Sinov, and Kulfum. Kulfum is a very good green mark hero. Mafka as well, I mean, she's useful, but yeah. Limited hero Paulin can only be obtained via limited time events, so he will not be back for a long time. Few of the Wishes Guaranteed Legend event is available for a limited time from August 1st to August 4th. But I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest. If you're close to the pity and it takes you right down to it, then it's probably worth using it. Apart from experiencing exciting adventures, some relaxing time is also essential, yes, we know. The Grand Sword Harbour Party has swept across all the Laos continents, or low continent. Holiday sign-in, Merit Store, Dungeon Challenge, Lucky Wheel is back, Holiday Pass, and Party Benefits. All events are available for a limited time from July 31st to August 7th, so in 6 days' time that will become active. Holiday sign-in is going to be getting a normal dragon scale, superior dragon scale, as well as epic heroine Olivia. Number 2, Merit Store. Sword Harbour Party and Merit Store are available for limited time from July 31st to August 4th. So we're going to have a bit of an event going on. They will have a Legend Phantom Dragon Eye in there as well. We're used to that one. And a Precious Regression Potion. Dungeon Challenge will be available, a large number of diamonds, and a exclusive avatar frame from the Sword Harbour Party. There's actually quite good rewards in that as well. Lucky Wheel, though, is really good rewards. I know a lot of you do like it. The box inside this one is going to have a 5-star legend hero, Dakota, Hazonia, or Nidrold. And 6-star legend equipment. Oh, that's a tricky one. That is a tricky one. I would choose Dakota from that. For my account, obviously, because Hazonia and Nidrold are E5. But Dakota is massive for a poison team. So a lot of people are going to want that. Holiday Pass is here. I don't need to talk about that. We know what's going to be inside of that. Party benefits, double auto drops are available for a limited time as well. We always like those double claim drops. The reward hero of hero quests in August is Sewell. Sewell? Why Sewell? Why not Seth? Feature adjustments. Adjusted heroes in the system assist in the Brave Trial. Replaced Elena and Boughton with Aether and Lydia. Ooh. Number 2, increased the lucky coins upper limit in Lucky Wheel from 6 to 10. Number 3, added a batch of Sword Harbour party packs. That's new, isn't it? That'll be interesting. What kind of Sword Harbour party packs are we going to be getting? Okay. On to one of the big ones. The Melchio rework. I haven't looked at it yet. Okay, so we always do this. We go over it together. So, basic attack. Advanced Thunderstruck. Do you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's go to Melchio. What friggin' faction is Melchio? Is he Wizard's Eye? Yes, he is Wizard's Eye. Duh. Okay. Can you see it all right? Yes, you can. Just making sure. Just making sure. It's not been the first time I've not had it on the screen. Hero adjustments. Basic attack. So, he's going to be dealing 4 stages instead of 3 stages, and the attack damage will be 160 to 200% attack damage to a single enemy. The 4th stage of attack has a 100% chance to inflict stun for 1 turn. Oofed. This attack has an additional 75% piercing rate. However, you will not be getting this turn meter decrease when landing a crit. And actually, you know what? This was actually really nice. This was actually really nice. I'm sad that they removed that. I'm sad that they removed the turn meter reduction. Active skill. Intermediate flame. But basic flare. Is that going to be on a skill switch? Okay, intermediate flame. Oh! Oh, ignore me. For some reason, this is confusing as hell. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so ignore the basic. That will still be there, the turn meter reduction. But this one is what's changed. The 4 stages, 160 to 200, which was the same. 4th stage has a 100% chance to inflict stun. It was 60%. And the additional piercing rate is now 75%. Okay, not a huge change there. Active skill, intermediate flame. Deals 3 stages of 110% up to 150, which is the same. Each to all enemies. Crit is guaranteed for enemies with debuffs. This attack has an additional 60% crit damage now. 60% crit damage. That's a bit of a buff. They've made a right mess of this. They've made a right... Freaking hell, there's 3? Are you... Oh, okay, basic Dark Erosion. They're sending me around the bend here. It was 180%. It's now 220% attack damage to all enemies. With a 60 up to 100% chance to reduce their tenacity by 60% for 2 turns. So it's no longer going to be tenacity down 1. It's going to be tenacity down 2. And it's going to be a 100% chance. That is actually very nice. Yeah, that is right as well. I was just making sure. Intermediate Dark Engulfing, which removes shields from all enemies and deals 220% attack damage to them. Now, it was 180. And up to 100% chance to reduce their tenacity again by 60% for 2 turns. Okay, a little bit of a change there, a bit more damage. Passive skill, Elemental Evolution. Okay, oh goodness me, this is a long one, isn't it? Skill effects completely changed. Melchio is immune to Silence, Horrify, and Provoke. That stays. Also, the cooldown of his skills won't be affected by other effects. Okay. At the beginning of each wave and Melchio's turn, Melchio gains 1 layer of Thunder, Fire, and Darkness and advances corresponding skills based on the layers of each element. 1 layer, basic skills, 2 layers, intermediate skills, 3 layers. Advanced skill. Wait, no, okay. 1 layer for basic skills, 2 layers for intermediate skills, 3 layers for advanced skills. That's what that means. That's what that means. Okay, that is a bit of a... Yeah, okay, that is a change. When Melchio casts skills proactively, all layers of corresponding elements will be consumed. Thunder, Fire, and Darkness won't be removed upon death. Melchio will cast basic Thunderbolt when launching counterattacks or pursuing attacks, and no layers of Thunder will be consumed. Holy cow. That could be interesting. Because basic Thunderbolt... That could be interesting for turn meter manipulation. Paired up with Lydia in space. I mean, interesting. Okay, exclusives apparently have changed a lot. Skill 1. It was what you can see on the screen there. A freaking essay. It is now. Before casting an intermediate skill or advanced skill, Melchio gains the corresponding effect based on the element that is about to be consumed. Thunder increases effect hit by 8%. Fire increases attack by 8%, and Darkness increases max health by 8%. Each of the bonuses mentioned above can be gained up to 5 times, and will not be removed when he dies or at wave transition. Level 2. Skill effects completely changed. It was another kind of mini-essay. At the beginning of each wave, Melchio gains 1 more layer of Thunder, Fire, and Darkness. Melchio will gain different effects at the end of his turn, based on the element layers consumed during his turn. When less than 2 layers are consumed, Melchio will own up to 3 layers of Thunder, Fire, and Darkness each. When 2 or more layers are consumed, restore self health by 12% of max health and gains 12% turn meter. God, I'm really struggling with these essays, guys. Of these heroes are just so in depth now. Level 3 skill effects completely changed. When Melchio casts an intermediate skill or advanced skill, grants the skill extra effect based on the element consumed. Thunder ignores shield, damage immunity, and immortal. Oofed. Increases damage dealt to the boss by 100%. Each stage reduces a target's turn meter by 15%, and additionally reduces 10% of a target's turn meter when landing a critical hit. Fire crit is guaranteed. This skill gains a 40% crit damage bonus and has an additional 25% piercing rate against targets with debuffs only. Darkness deals extra damage equal to 12% of the target's max health, caps at 300% of Melchio's attack. Okay, I've just read all of that, and I still have no clue what he does. No clue. He's still going to be a big nuker. I honestly have never used Melchio myself, so it's hard for me to say what the differences are. Am I excited about this change? I don't know. He was already good. He is going to be dealing more damage, which is kind of scary. Is he going to be more useful in PvE content? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, paired up with Lydia and that, yeah, but I think we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait for the actual change to come into effect before we can properly and safely say he's worth investing into. And I think you agree on that. Because I don't know. Okay. Let's go buy Melchio, because you've just confused the hell out of me. I'm sure that this new hero as well is going to confuse the hell out of me. Again, I haven't really looked into this, okay? So we're going to go over it now. Legend, the Forgotten Faction. Type is attack, mark is force, okay? As she is from Elemental City, she will be after O'Grady. So many of you will not ever have access to Valentina. So it's kind of a kick in the nuts to some degree. Frost Burst. Deals attack damage and attack bleed damage to a single enemy with a chance to inflict 1 layer of bleed. Hang on a minute. Do I have the multipliers in this patch preview? I don't. Gutted. I would have loved to see the damage multipliers, but we don't have them. So we'll go over the basic again. Deals attack damage and attack bleed damage to a single enemy with a chance to inflict 1 layer of bleed for 2 turns. This could be interesting. This could be an interesting one here, actually, of the attack bleed on a basic. Pursue an attack, counter attacks. If that's a high multiplier, we can expect a lot of damage from just her basic. Frost Prison. There is a chance to inflict 2 layers of bleed on a single enemy for 2 turns. Astral deals attack damage and attack bleed damage again to the target. Besides, deals extra attack damage for every 1 layer of bleed owned by the target. This extra damage is considered as bleed damage. Tons of direct bleed damage. Frigid Veins. At the beginning of the enemy's turn, there is a chance to inflict 1 layer of Frostbout on the enemy for 3 turns. Besides, there is a chance to inflict 1 layer of Frostbout on the enemy for 3 turns for every 1 layer of bleed inflicted. The chances of inflicting Frostbout are not affected by Affect It or Effect Resistance. Frostbout, each layer increases bleed damage taken when decreasing freeze effect resistance. Oh my goodness. That's crazy for increasing bleed damage like that. Icy Land. Deals 6 stages of attack damage and attack bleed damage to all enemies. The last stage is a chance to inflict freeze for 1 turn. Okay, so making more PvE viable in waves as well. I want to see the cooldown on this, because 6 stages of attack damage and attack bleed damage to all enemies is pretty OP. But the multipliers will determine that and how good that is. But the freeze as well, I wonder what the chance is for that. Let's have a look at the exclusives. Level 1, Frost Prison increases all allies' attack by 40% for 2 turns before inflicting bleed. That's nice. Level 2, Frost Base increases the chance of inflicting Frost Spell for every 1 layer of bleed inflicted. If the target's speed is higher than Valentina, increases the chance. Frost Spell, each layer increases bleed damage taken. Level 3, Icy Land increases damage dealt to the target for every 1 layer of Frost Spell owned by the target. Okay, that's a damage that's stacking over time. Level 4, At the beginning of a turn of the enemy with Frostspell, Valentina deals attack damage to them. Every 1 layer of Frostspell increases attack damage, increases the total damage when there are specified layers of Frostspell. This damage is considered as bleed damage. Again, a very nice one. Level 5. When there is an enemy that has specified layers of Frostspell for the first time, Valentina restores health by 50% of self max health and acts for 1 turn immediately. Afterwards, she gains Arctic power, changes Frostburst proactively cast into Frost Prison, and increases damage dealt by Frost Prison proactively cast. I mean, okay, she looks very promising. She looks very good. But she is an Elemental City 3rd hero obtained. You will need 300 shards to obtain friggin' Valentina. It's a very long way away. Before that, you have Donald Rebelline. You have O'Grady's, who you're going to be putting your exclusives into O'Grady's. You won't have the exclusives ready for this one. Okay, it's tough. If you have Shardon, however, I'm surprised they did not put Bleed, Heavy Bleed 2 on this hero, though. I'm really shocked at that. So this, in the Forgotten faction, is going to be huge with Shardon. Shardon is going to love you, Valentina. He is going to love you. So yeah, that is pretty crazy on the fact that she's got her own kind of bleed damage increase. And then we have Chard to pair up with it with Heavy Bleed 2. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty nasty as well in that sense. But again, no one's going to have it for a long time. I mean, a set few will, but not many will have it. So that's it for it. That is it for that. What was the best kind of thing in here? I'm pretty sure that we'll have Guild Boss double rewards, won't we, for the Sword Harbour party? I would like to think so. The Lucky Wheel is here. Paulin has returned. The Merit Store is here. Dungeon Challenge is here, which means, yeah, we will get Guild Boss ×2 rewards. We always love those, don't we? The Holiday Pass. Seawell is going to be the hero quest in August. Added a batch of Sword Harbour party packs. And the heroes have been adjusted in Brave Trial from Elena and Belton with Aether and Lydia. So that is it for the patch notes. Don't forget, using Carzak, you can help support me on Aptoid, saving yourself a 5% from Carzak itself, and then your initial discounts that you get from using Aptoid as well. Any information on that, link in the description below. Save yourself some money, help support me as well. It's very thanked. So thank you again to all of you using it. I'll see all of you in the next video. It was a bit of a long one again, but it was needed. It was needed. Enjoy your day or have a fantastic evening wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.